Good evening, everyone. We'll wait for 2-3 more minutes for everybody to join and then we'll start with the event. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attraction. Moving ahead with this thought said by Albert Einstein, I, on behalf of Design Your Team, welcome you all in the first event of Design Development Days 2.0, a flagship event of Designer, co-hosted by People Who Code, and in association with Figma. To start this amazing evening, I would like to call upon stage Prashant Pandey, the founder of Designer. Prashant sir, please. Prashant sir, you are not audible.
Okay, sorry. So it was on mute. Hi everyone. So as Gunjan introduced me already, I am Prashant, the founder of Designaire, and today is the first day for Design Development Days. Like we are starting our masterclass from today only, and also the Designathon will be starting from today only. After our third session today, that will be from 7:45 to 8. So everyone kindly join that because like we will be showing the cases in that session only. So those who are registered for Designathon kindly join that session to know about the cases and like we will share those cases with you uh, if you have registered too. So, okay, let's start this a short brief about designer and design development days 22, so that like you have today you have the insight of design development days 22, like what will be in this edition of design development days. So, without the further ado, let's start. So, okay, our theme is turn imagination into creativity, as you are seeing on the screen. So, first of all, what is Designer? So, actually, Designer is a community platform, as you already know about this. Those like the statements are already there on our social medias platform and other bios. But the actual story behind Designer is my own empathized like issues and the problems when I was shifting to design industry, the design domain. So it's a like empathized idea from my side. Like I faced a lot of issues to start my design journey. So when I entered into this design industry, I thought when I got a lot of connections in this design industry with the great leaders and the other designers, UI UX designers and other product designers. So I thought to start community to help every designer or aspiring or like active designer to support them to like when if you are shifting your domain to design. So it will be helpful. Designer will be helpful for you to if you're shifting your design like the domain from any other domain like computer science or any other thing, whether you are a developer or like anyone, a data market or anything. So designer will be helpful for you like in your every step in the design industry. So we are mainly helping those who are just shifting and who are like the newbies in this industry. But with that, we are also supporting those who are already in this industry and who are like doing something great. And like we want them to support those who are newbies here. So with that, we introduced a design development days concept. This is an initiative by Designaire to support and to connect design and development domain together. Like we don't want developers and designers to be separate from their own domain. Like development can't be successful without a design, and the design needs development because we can't do anything with the design, but we have to develop that thing. And the developers can develop any software or any apps or anything, but without design it can't be like you can use as it as an MVP or anything as a project, as a simple project or your individual project. But like according to me, if your design is bad, people will never use that again. If your UX is bad, people will never use that again. So design and development is a correlation. Like without design, development is nothing. Without and like if you design and no one develops that the screens, the web designs, the app designs. So it will be for your own projects, but it can't be in the world. So we thought to connect design and development domain together, and initiated this design development days. So like this includes various events, workshops, competitions, and other designathon hackathons, which we are organized with various prominent speakers, with the help of various prominent speakers, and we organize sessions and talks and master classes with them, so that you can learn and enter into this design domain. So whether you are a newbie, whether you are a professional or anyone in this design domain, you can always enroll for this design development days sessions and the designathons and the competitions. So last year we have organized Design Development Days 21. It was our first edition. So design development days was just the first edition was just starting, and we hold like 10 plus sessions with approx those 10 speakers, and luckily we got 800 plus audience and 1K plus registrations in that. The theme was same, the like to turn imagination into creativity, and with the positive responses and with the great and amazing responses from the audience and also from the speakers, we thought to make it as a flagship event, and then we introduced Design Development Days 22. So this year, this is the second edition of Design Development Days, and it's a combination of conference and designathon. Last year, we have only organized the conference, but this year we are also organizing a designathon with that. And design development is just a combination of conference plus designathon. Conference is the master classes that we are organizing on YouTube only to help people, like more and more people to like join and learn from this. So these master classes will be on YouTube for forever. So you can learn from these master classes anytime from anywhere. And so the topics and the titles like we will cover in this are like includes the strategy, user research, prototyping, accessibility, design thinking, service design, customer experience, usability, tools and tactics, case studies. The main theme is the case study here because the designathon is also a case study competition. So the main thing here is the case studies part. So what is the theme for Design Development Days 22? So the theme is same like we have in the Design Development Days 21. So turn imagination into creativity. The main motivation, the main idea behind this theme was to provide the designers and developers with the best of the knowledge. We want as you all know, we are going into the future where we have already introduced metaverse, and to run with this metaverse theme, we have to turn our imagination into creativity because we imagine a lot of things, but very few people can turn them into creativity. So we chose this idea, this theme for our event to help people convert their imagination into creativity. So what's in this edition of Design Development Days 22? there are three types of events: master classes, designathon, and mini events. So the master classes are just like the sessions to learn. The master classes are open to all, and anyone can join these sessions anytime from anywhere on the YouTube, because we will be organizing these master classes uh, live on YouTube. And the designathon, we already had started this the registration for designathon past 1 month. From past 1 month, we are taking registrations, and today is the last date for the registration, because we wanted to share some insights about this, and give some time to you. If you are not registered in Janathon, you have the time for like till today, uh, 10 to 11 p.m. You can register yourself today also, and we have various prizes from our various sponsors. So you can prizes are just you can think it as stipend or anything, but the main thing is here is the fun and the enjoyment you will receive, and in this competition, in designing and building these case studies. And the third type of event is mini events. So these mini events are sponsored by our sponsors. We have two mini events, one by our sponsor Rahi, and the other is from People Who Codes. People Who Codes are our co-host for this Design Development Days, this edition, the second edition. And so we have two mini events. These are the fun activities, fun competitions. So these are just to make you relax, to you can feel stress free in this competition. So I must prefer you to join these mini events too. So if you join all these three types of event, we can say the design development this will be a successful event. So topics will be covered. The topics are the D3 talk. We have initiated D3 talk also. This is leadership talk by the design leaders. So we will be organizing this D3 talk separately also, not only with the design development days, but by starting this initiative from this design development days only. And the second is design and A class case study. We want you to learn about how to make a class case study, because you are competing for that case study only. And the third is branding for the digital world. As you all know, branding is very important for all of you, whether it's individual or for a company, because we are going into a digital world. Due to pandemic, we are all online, and branding is a necessary part for every the individual or the company to succeed. And the fourth session is workshop and Spark AR. As we are seeing, a very a lot of people are interested in nowadays. A lot of people are interested in these things: AR, VR, AIs, metaverse. So we tried to include this topic also, so that you can learn to build effects, to create effects on Spark AR. The fifth session, design the metaverse and NFT. So we want you to learn how to design NFT, how to design the metaverse part, how to design for the metaverse, the digital world. So you can learn from these sessions. And the sixth session is Think UX. We want you to learn about the UX thing, because without UX, a design is nothing. If your UX is good, the CX will be good, and the UX is like a user experience. What we experience, if you are on YouTube currently, you are experiencing something. So that is the UX part. So we wanted to make you aware about the UX things. And the last topic is about the metaverse, a dream to the virtual world. Like we are dreaming already for the virtual world. So we want to share something about the metaverse. The We have some prominent speakers to share about the metaverse and how to walk with these metaverse things. So the speakers will be the Felix Lee, Garima Mehta, Rishabh Kataria, Pankaj Kamar, Sushri Swagatika, and Siddhant Singh. Felix Lee is the most prominent speaker from ADPList. Garima Mehta is from Microsoft, as you are seeing here. Rishabh Kataria is from OnePlus. Pankaj Kamar is a Spark AR expert. He is from Prakarya Marketing. Sushri Swagatika is is from Divami Design Labs. Divami Design Labs is our sponsor for Designathon. They are providing us the cases and the results. And Siddhant Singh is from Deloitte Digital. So we have some amazing experts to for this design development days, so you can learn a lot and like succeed after this after watching this event. Okay, so this was the insight for design development days 22. If you have any query, you can contact us anytime at hello@designer.com. And in the third session today, we will be starting, we will be like showing the cases of the Designathon. But now we will be having Felix Lee with us. Uh, and he is like the co-founder of ADPList. We will be having a fireside chat with him. So, okay, thank you. Uh, Over to you, Gunjan and Arpita.
Welcome everyone to Design Development Days 2022. I'm Arpita Gupta, your host for this session. Thank you so much for joining this event and being a part of our journey. Before starting today's event, let's wait for 1 minute and let me give you a brief introduction about the designer and design development days to the ones who are new here. Well, Designer is actually a community platform which emphasizes bringing the best of the creative minds together to make the design enthusiastic acumen together. Our vision and mission are to upskill the design personnel by helping them learn or relearn from the scratch, to create UI UX projects, building an A-class portfolio, and exhibiting talents, the multitude of resources provided continuously. To go about in the right path, to provoke the effectiveness of the vision, we empathize the designers and plan our resources accordingly. So, moving on to design development days, it brings forth events, workshops, and competitions which will be fruitful for both designers and developers with a fair to keep learning the smallest new things. And I hope you all enjoy design development days in the upcoming days and enjoy all the very events. So today we have with us our very special guest who is Felix Lee. And before moving on, I'll give you a brief introduction about our very special guest today. Mr. Felix Lee is the co-founder and CEO of the global mentorship platform ADPList and sets the vision and strategy for the company. Felix has overseen the ADPList to become a community of 4,500 members across 40 plus countries and regions. A designer and an entrepreneur, Felix has embedded his creative roots in ADPList culture, product, and community. He's been featured on Forbes, Tech in Asia, Straits Times, and CNBC. So let's welcome our very special guest for today, Mr. Felix Lee. Thank you so much for joining for us today. So you actually muted.
Hey, Apia. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm very excited.
Thank you so much for joining in us today. We'll be learning a lot from you today. Um, before welcome Felix to the D3 Talk by Designer, and let's learn from your inspiring career and life journey. So, at first, we want to know more about you, your college days, and other past experiences in the industries. Our
Yeah,
audience is very enthusiastic about your experience in the industry right now.
yeah, for sure. So, I started off, with so much, different, with so many different sort of like backgrounds in my past lives. But I'll share a little bit more about, where I come from, where I am right now
Exactly.
as well. Yeah. So, my name is Felix. I'm born and raised in Singapore, and I'm currently in San Francisco temporarily. So it's like 6 a.m. here, 6:30 a.m. here from me here in San
Oh,
Francisco.
okay.
But I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be speaking to the Indian community and everyone here. Um, I started venturing into startups and design when I was at a very very young age, when I was 17 to 18 years old. And so that was when I realized that, hey, I actually really love building things and solving problems. I didn't quite like doing business, if you will, but I've always been a fan of solving problems with technology. And so I started I started a couple of products when I was younger, and then when it comes to when I was 18 years old, I started my first company with my brother. and then we decided to scale it up a little bit, and obviously
Great.
we worked extremely hard those days, today as well. We worked extremely hard, and the company was eventually acquired by the time I was 20 years old. And so I'm actually extremely thankful for that. I'm extremely grateful for the experience. And after that, I took a trip down to the US, where I had a little bit of experience, trying to learn about the place here in Silicon Valley, and then I flew back to Singapore. And in Singapore, I actually served in the army for 2 years. So I was in the army for a good 2 years as a combat medic, and then it was a good experience. And when I came out, I was the design lead at GoTrade, a YC startup. It's like this investment app, if you will. Yeah, so that's where we are. And then thereafter I decided, during the pandemic, I decided to leave my job and to start ADPList. And that's because I believe that everyone around the world should have access to the best mentors that can guide them in their career. I believe that people should deserve that conversation, in an open network. And at the same time, you know um, I want to help everyone around the world be more, of who they want to be, through knowledge sharing. And I'm deeply inspired by the likes of many different people that around me, especially those who can't used to afford education, or people who
Exactly.
can't get mentors. I always am a big supporter. I come from that place. I didn't come from a rich family, and so for me, it wasn't easy. And and I just want to make sure that I create something that can help people and billions of people that might be in that situation. So I'm just grateful and super super thankful that I'm able to do this.
Yeah, they just tasted all waters. That's really great, Felix. So before moving on, we just all want to know who was Felix Lee before ADPList?
Yeah, as mentioned, I was a founder of another startup that it was acquired. I was the design lead at GoTrade, a YC backed fintech company. I was also a national athlete. So I competed in sports around the world, in speed skating. So I represented Singapore in that. But fundamentally, Felix, before he please, Felix has always been a curious, passionate seeker, and a human being. Because through all these things, it will always be the essence of a human being, a lifelong learner, and a curious seeker. And that's always what I call myself.
Brains create curiosity. That's a really great answer, Felix. So moving on to our next question. So what is Baghdad, which was later acquired by Passport, and how the idea happened?
Yeah, for sure. So PackDad was the first company that I created with my brother, and it was a company that was acquired, when I was 20 years old. And PackDad is basically a travel tech company. It's a it's an itinerary planner, if you will. So it helps you plan your itinerary automatically, quite seamlessly as well. That was where I also learned most of my design skills. It's if I simply put it, it's an itinerary planner. And it's an amazing ride. I see that that product. I see that product evolve a little bit. Obviously it was very young, but it's truly
It's still young.
it's an itinerary planner. Yeah, so that's what I would call it.
Okay, that's really nice. So, our audience also, I just want to say, if anybody has any questions for him, please comment down in the comment section, and we'll be looking forward to answer them.
Mhm.
So, the next question which we have from our side is, can you please share your experience with GoTrade as a design lead?
Yeah, sure. When I joined GoTrade, I was the first designer, and there was only like two, three engineers, there. And so for me, it was like it was obviously quite. quite humbling, to see how it has grown. Today, I think the team is pretty big, maybe about 20, 30 people right now. From then, we're all in a small room, in a small table. Um, I'm extremely grateful for that opportunity by GoTrade, and when I think about that and I look back, they are they're now a big team. And for me, in the earliest days, I think it's all about that hustle bustle. You kind of, you learn so much about, not just design, but you learn about, growth. You learn about business, and I think this is what a designer should be learning. You want to be learning, multiple level of things, and only by working in a small team and a good team you are able to get that experience. And so for me, I was basically meeting so many different expertise, working with across so many different functions, and I love it. I enjoy it. um, I love that my designs get out to the world and get to everyone. And so for me, it was definitely something that was very fulfilling to me.
That's really great to hear, and I'm excited to know that what other guys are listening to this right now and why are they not commenting. I just want them to comment and share their experience also. So moving on, we have the next question: that how the idea of ADP list started and what was your motivation behind this?
Yeah, ADP started from the point where you know I I just want to help people, right? I just wanted to be helpful to the world during COVID-19 and during the pandemic. And so, Peter, I'll tell you that like for me, it was never intended to be something that I wanted to take it into a real company or whatnot. But I think as life would have it, we wanted to do something bigger than ourselves. We wanted to do something more ambitious. We we're young. We still are, and
That's great.
we you know and I think that it was a COVID-19 project that went quite viral, and then we just decided that this could be that opportunity for us to do something bigger than ourselves in this lifetime. James and I don't my co-founder James is from West Africa, Ghana. And James and I, we don't come from very very prestigious background, but I consider ourselves like people who uphold to very strong values in the world. And I continue to say that it's not something that I take lightly. I am extremely extremely humbled by that. And so it is started during the pandemic because I want to help people that were not having jobs during the pandemic. And so this is basically that. What can I say, right? It's a grateful journey, honestly.
Pandemic actually hit all of us and took a toll on every country in the world right now. And I'm absolutely sure there are many other enthusiastic designers who wants to get an opportunity in ADP list also and wants to work with you also and get their experiences also. That's really great that you're working and towards helping other people and that helping nature. And that's really in very less people. And I appreciate and the team of designers appreciate it. Thank you so much, Felix. So, moving on to our next questions. We believe that an idea can be precisely explained by the founder itself, which is you. So, can you please elaborate what is the ADP list, its global and overall vision, and how it is helping the youth?
Yeah, for sure. When we think about like ADP's global vision, I really think that there's so much nuances around like what it can be, and what it could potentially but you know I've always been so committed about keeping the mentorship free access. I continue to want it to be, and that's to me, I think the most important part is that can our kids in the future get the same level of access that I hope that they have. And I think that's fundamentally the most important part about my job today is that, it's about preserving our knowledge and passing it down to the next generation, and you can only do that through mentorship. There's so much knowledge that get lost along the way if you put it in words, if you put it in books, if I put it in videos and whatnot. And for me, it's like, look, when you create a mentorship, ultimately, you are doing humanity a service in a way that provide a platform where humanity can pass on their knowledge to continue, to billions of people. And at the end of the day, quite frankly, when you do that, I think we're all better together. Someone in India could have the knowledge of someone in Singapore and in Silicon Valley, and that was not possible before. And we want to make that happen. We are already making that happen, and we continue to want to make that happen globally. And so that is for us, one of the grand vision, right? And that obviously includes things like mentorship, jobs, opportunities, and much more. And so we want to make sure that this knowledge and opportunities are passed down for generations.
Majorly, technology is the only option which can make people reach everywhere and connect all of them across the globe. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much for this wonderful answer and experience in sharing. So, our next question is growing from 0 to 1, what struggles have you faced and what were your major challenges while your initial time?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, challenges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I think, I think, when we think about 0 to 1, it's obviously haven't always been, like easy, right? But
definitely.
I think that, as your question goes, what are some of the challenges? I think the challenges is always, like the challenges can always be, varied from people to people, from startup to startups, depending on what you do. But I think that, for us, but, at least for me, in my perspective, my challenge has always been about, managing people, managing meetings, and all those. I think, you know, as we grow, as we sort of like, continue to grow extremely fast. One thing is that, you have to be really good with people, right? You have to be very good with people management. And I think, at least for me as a founder, like, I'm always so focused on product, right? So one of the challenge for me is, really stepping out and be the CEO, right? Instead of just be like the product person, you have to be the CEO, because you're managing people. And for me, I've always tried my best to be that person, and I continue to try my best to be that person. I think, it's not always, all sunshine and rainbow, obviously, but I try my best and make sure that, whatever that we have, we give it 100%. Whatever people that come into the team, I
Exactly.
to treat them well and treat them fairly. I think that's what they deserve minimally. So, yeah, that's one of the things that obviously I struggle with. There's so many people, but I want to make sure that, everyone has a good experience and a good time.
Only challenges can make you, and nobody can be anyone if they don't feel challenges and they don't face anything. So
Yeah,
I guess that's
100%.
good to have challenges. They make you stronger. That's
100%.
true. Yeah, exactly. So before moving on, let's see how. I must say again, please guys comment down in the comment section whatever you guys are having any trouble asking or any queries. We'll try our best to answer them. So our next question for you, Felix, is at the early stage of ADPList, how you saw the market validation, especially from India.
Yeah. I think, when you think about like India, we India. Okay, so, fun fact, right? Quick open fact that, India is our second largest community and market. And
Exactly. Tech
and
service.
exactly, so India is a huge market for us. I'm a big fan of India. The culture there. My we have a lot of team members from India, but most importantly, we have a lot of community in India. And I am so excited to that, to visit there, but I've not been there yet, so I really want to go. And when you think about
You're
India,
most welcome in India. It's a
yeah,
beautiful country to
for
visit.
sure. Definitely. When you think,
Definitely.
yeah, when you think about India, it's over a billion in population, and when you think about that size, it's huge, and it's only a developing country, right? It's still developing
Exactly.
in
And
the
it will
tier
develop
two.
really fast. I hope the
Exactly.
tech savers go ahead.
Yeah, when you think about that, it's still a place that is, still developing. There's still so much potential ahead.
Exactly.
And I remain excited, to serve our community there. We just hired our first country manager in India, and
Oh,
we're super super excited to be able to look at that, this region and this country, and we think that, we want to help, Indian, people in tech to get the mentors that they need, not just in India, but really learning outside of India, right?
exactly.
Learning from Silicon Valley, learning from Singapore, learning from, Africa, learning from China. We want to help the people in India do that, and we are truly truly excited for this market. It's incredible.
I just want the goal to connect on ADPList on the internet to get more facilities all across the globe. And that's really a great deal for all of us. So, and moving on forward, we have our next question is that how ADPList is impacting the youth and the whole edtech industry.
Yeah, for sure. When we think about that, we think about the edtech industry. I think, when I just want to have a quick question to all the audience here, right? Like, I'm sure some of you guys have heard of mentorship, right?
Exactly.
Mentorship in many different ways. Now, in many different ways, why did ADPList eventually take off in just 1 year, and be the fastest growing, and today is the largest, mentoring community. And when we think about that, it's so humbling, because, we sort of just, look at that, and we know that, how we're changing the industry is by providing extremely open and free access to mentorship, with no in between, sort of like, conditions, if you will. And so for me, it was such a magical moment, that, we were able to do that. And I think, we have truly changed the way that people think about mentorship. We continue to try to do that. And I think it's one of the best, rewards, if you will, so far. And I truly believe that, we can continue to push further. It's something that, we are ultimately very very excited about. We continue to be, very positive about what, that could potentially be. And so that's really that.
That's actually a great achievement. So many, many congratulations on getting there in a year, which is a great deal. And so moving forward, as we see, there is a good rate of adoption of mentorship methods everywhere in the industries. So considering this, what's your plan for the upcoming future as a design leader?
Yeah. When we think about features, if there's a question, right?
Yes.
When we think about features wise, I often think about, I often really think about just like, um, just for, like really thinking like, what problems can we solve for our people. I think, fundamentally, one of the biggest things that we're solving right now is, for long-term relationships. I think on ADP list we have seen a lot of different relationships, and one of the things that we want to build for and solve for is, how can we help, people create longer term relationships, right? How can we help people create more meaningful personal relationship? And I think, that's like missing in today's world, and that's fundamentally what we want to solve. And and when we do solve that, I think, it will truly be extremely exciting. It will be something that I think is a game changer. Helping people to build longer term professional relationships. That's what's missing. That's what we're going to do.
That's really great, and I appreciate that. And so, what are your few advices to create a good mentor relationships or good corporate relationships? I must say.
Or can you come again? I didn't.
Okay, I mean, I'm asking, what are your advices to get create a good corporate relationships, a good mentorship relationship?
Right. Yeah. I think, the best advice for me to get such, great sort of like, um, if you want to be able to basically uh, learn about that, you want to be able to, think about, what you can do. I think the most important thing, to be a great mentee is to be able to, look into sort of like, different ways of like how can you actually, you know um, how can you actually sort of like, think about, like preparing for your sessions. I think the preparation is the
Exactly.
most important thing. You don't just randomly walk into a meeting. I think you have to prepare that. I think you have to be able to, think about, what is something that, you want to do instinctively. And I think, you know when you think about, sort of like what you can do, and how you can benefit from people. It's almost always about, that fact that, hey, you can do a lot more when you're prepared. I think you should come into the session, being able to learn and being able to grow as well. And so it's not like, something random. You have to walk in there, know your agenda, know who you're talking to, and whatnot. So yeah, it's really a huge thing, and I think that, it's something that, I think that everyone should know, that, you can, you should definitely, think about that. Yeah, so like, create your own level of like preparation for the person that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think mutual respect also plays an important role, and
Yeah.
exactly. So we have many young designers listening to us right now. So can you please help them understand the path to become a design leader? How they
Mm.
can transform their journey from a young designer to a design leader?
Yeah, for sure. When we think about design leader, and like going to design, I think the main thing is about, can you understand sort of like the most fundamental thing about, basically, solving people's problem. I think that's the most important thing that I talk about being a designer, if you will. If you don't solve any problem, you essentially, can't think about sort of like, you essentially can't think about, you know basically what is the best thing that you can do for people. And so when I talk about like, being in design and just like, being able to upgrade yourself, I think it's about having that level of empathy that no one else, quite frankly, would think that is
Okay.
possible. But I think it is to have sort of like an empathy for the world, right? Like what are they exactly looking for? How can you help them? And I think that's what makes a great designer. It's not about the pixels. It's not about the figmas. It's about, if you can really go deep dive and try to solve someone's problem. That is and will continue to be the most important factor, for many different people. And so, I think that for every leaders, you would realize that they are not necessarily like necessary to go into Figma, right? Or anything, but you realize that, these people are smart because, they learn how to solve problems, and they also, are super empathetic to people around them. So that's what I would say that, would be required, and to grow into, helping others as well.
That's really great of an answer. And so moving forward, Felix, we would love if you would share your experience as a startup mentor at UNCC, UNDP, and your role as an investor.
Yeah, for sure. As a mentor, we are super excited because we are always looking to help people. I think, as when we think about sort of like mentorship wise, we think about people who will be able to want to help us, and to grow even bigger and even larger. When you think about, just let's just say, like, when you think about being able to, learn from people, and you being able to, think about like just being able to grow with the people. I think that's the most unique experience about being a mentor, is that you're able to see someone grow. You're able to see that, someone
Progress.
is like, basically doing something that is meaningful, right? Certainly meaningful. And so, um, what can I say, right? As a mentor, we don't ask for much. No one asks for much. And it's just a very, very grateful journey. And to me, it's like if you show your mentors gratitude, it's truly one of the best things for the person mentoring you, honestly.
That's really great. And I must appreciate that everyone should appreciate the mentors because they're not asking for much, but just for your progress, which is a great deal. So, anyone who wants to connect with Felix, there we have given the link in the comment section. Go forward, check his LinkedIn profile, connect with him, and ask for more advice, such advices. So, moving forward, Felix, your last advice for the youth of the country,
Sorry, for the countries.
youth of this country, India. How you want to give your advices to designers in India?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, when we think about like, India, like I say, I have a lot of friends there, a lot of founder friends there, and I'm just like I say, I'm just super grateful for my friends in India. My advice to people in India is that look to learn outside of India, right? Look to learn outside of India. I
True.
think there's so much things to learn, from a global perspective. Don't just think about building something for fellow Indians, right? Think about building something for the world, from India, right? Build something truly special for the world, starting from India. And I think that when you get to do that, it's such a insanely beautiful journey. Like people appreciate you get to learn so many new things. And so I think that's that's honestly the best part. So learn to look outside of India, right? Speak to people, right? Speak to mentors on ADPList. Learn their perspective. Make sure that you go
Yeah.
prepared, by the way. But yeah, I will tell you that when you look outside, the world is so much bigger. Today I'm in San Francisco. I'm here temporary. I'm here for the next 3 months, and it's been so humbling to be able to look at a different perspective coming from Singapore. And I'll tell you that you learn so much just by talking to people. So I hope that you do that. Almost on a monthly, weekly basis, whatnot, and just really learn from people. That's the biggest takeaway.
That's really nice. Global knowledge is prevailing for all of us. Just accept the fact, right? So,
Exactly.
and moving forward, lastly, you want to share any of your experience or inspirational stories or your some experience which you want to share with us, the audience?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So, when you think about like this sort of like any story for whatnot. I think the best story that I can share is honestly like um just being able to be hungry and to learn. Like the fact that I'm here in San Francisco, coming from Singapore. I think it's a long journey here. um it's not always like, like I say, it's not always easy. But when you make the trip here, when you show up in person and show your sincerity, I think that's what matters. You just got to show up.
Well, thank you so much, Felix, for your time today. I mean, we really appreciate you take out your precious time from your schedule to address the audience, the youth, and we would love to host you sometime again soon. So, guys, you want to follow Felix? The link is in the comment section. You can check out and connect with him and follow him for more such amazing sessions and follow Designer as well for more such events because we're coming up with so many events in the upcoming days. And thank you so much, Felix, for joining us today. And thank you for this insightful session. You inculcated so
Thank
many
you.
things in me as an individual and, of course, as designers also. So
Yeah.
thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah,
It
thank you all so
was,
much, and I hope all of you enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.
it was nice talking to you. So moving forward, guys, we have with us our design lead, our founder, Mr. Prashant Pandey, who is going to share more about Dexignathon and to share the idea and the cases. Let's welcome him, Mr. Prashant Pandey. Welcome, Prashant.
Yeah, thank you, Arpita. Okay, so as we have said on the starting of this design development day session, or the today's first session. So I'm sharing about the Designathon, our the hackathon of design, which we are organizing like parallelly with this master classes. Okay, so I'm sharing the cases. Uh, those who are not registered yet, they can register now. Also, we have the registration link open till today. So I'm sharing the link here in the comment section. So you can like go and register yourself because we are the reason behind showing these cases publicly because we want more and more like designers to compete and more designers to like come over and showcase their creativity because we want to support designers and these sessions, these design development days, these editions are only for you, the designers and developers also. Uh, so yes, the link is in the comment section. So you can go and register now also. And
Do register, guys.
yeah, I'm
The
sharing
registration is
the
waiting for you all.
cases. Just give me a second. I'm sharing the.
No issue, Prashant. Till then, any issue, guys, you can just comment down in the comment section. We are waiting for your queries and we would love to answer them.
Okay, so Arpita, is it visible?
Yes, Prashant, if you can zoom it in a little, it would be nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's nice.
Okay, so there are five cases and five domains. You can choose any one from all of this. The five domains are from fintech, the banking and finance sector, the edtech, the agri-tech, which is the like the combination of agriculture and technology, and the healthcare and Web3. So Web3 is the like, trending topic. So you can choose the Web3 topic also. The healthcare is the most like the supportive topic for today's world. It is also in trend because we all know health is health is a wealth. So agri-tech is also a good topic because we all know that without agriculture things we all can't survive. So we have to make things more reliable and more useful, more easiest for the agriculture industry also. EdTech, as you all know, is the most tapped sector and the most uh, useful sector for all of us. As the things goes online, the EdTech is supporting all the students and every professionals also. And fintech is like the most hyped sector in today's world. So you can also design some great apps or like anything. The cases we have the case study. We can build the case study for this fintech like domain also. We are sharing this slide with you all, those who are registered and those who will be registering in like today till 10 to 11 p.m. The final time is 11 p.m. So if you are not registered yet, please register by 11 p.m. and you will be getting this case study today only. And you can start this designathon today only because the designathon is started as this session. This session started. The designathon is started, so you can start your like building your cases. Okay, the expectations are you have to submit UI UX design documentation, which will be in like the UX writing, research methodology, which you will be using to make this case study, your wireframes, your UI designs, and other prototypes. Like you can use Figma prototypes as well, InVision or prototype prototypes also. Uh, the most amazing thing is like those who are registered and those who will be registering by today, they will be getting 1 year of Figma professional plan as Figma sponsored our event. Figma is our the lead sponsor for this design development Days 22. So you will all the registered participants will be getting free Figma professional plan for 1 year. So like you can use your Figma Teams plan, the Figma team for free free. We prefer like registering with like 2 or 3 people. So this will be like the easy for you to make this design case study to build this design to build this case study easily and like in very short time, because you have to submit this case studies by 22nd of March by 10 p.m. So I guess you have 2 to 3 days. So you can like build this case study, like hold the expectations, hold the deliverables, and submit it uh, as a link or anything. Like if we prefer the link of your drives, you can share your drive link. You can upload it on Drive and share the link with us in the submission. So it will be easy for us to evaluate and announce the winners. And okay, the so the like we have amazing prizes and opportunities from our sponsors. Like we have the internship opportunities, paid internship opportunities from UV to all the winners. We will be like announcing 3 winners, first, second, and third. So for all the 3 winners, we will be having paid internship opportunities in the design domain from UV. Figma professional plan for 1 year that will be free from Figma for all the registered participants, irrespective of the winners or anyone. Those who will register for this designathon will be getting a Figma free plan, free professional plan for 1 year. So you will also be sharing the like you will be having a 20 to 30% discount coupon code from Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld like will provide you UX books. You can have those UX books from with a 20% or 30% discount coupon from Rosenfeld. So you have to buy those books from Rosenfeld website only, and we will be providing you with some credits of Digital Ocean too. Okay, so yeah, there will be amazing opportunities as well. Like you will be getting a lot of like sessions here with the master classes. Uh, like your submission will be evaluated by Divami Design Labs. They will be providing the ways for that, and the ways will be evaluating your case studies. So it will be a fair evaluation also, and like you will be getting a lot of opportunities to meet various like speakers, as we have already talked about this in our very first session of today. And so these are the main things. Like we will be sharing uh, this slide with you all, those who are registered and those who will be registering by today. We will be sharing this with you on the folio only, and this will be on your email also. So you can go through this, and you can always make any build any case study from these five cases and these 5 domains. So this is all for today, and
Prashant, we have some questions right now in the comment section. Can you please address them?
uh,
From Harshita, the
okay,
first question
Harshita
is,
Chauhan. So, if one wants to become a user researcher, what is the path one must take? Is it necessary to start from the positions that includes the complete designing process? Okay, so to become a product designer, okay, let me stop this thing first.
yes, sure.
Okay. So, see, to become a product designer, you have to start from very basics. And like the basic in design means you can start from graphic design. Like this is the best idea. Like which I have used, which I followed. So you can start from graphic designer. You can learn skills like skills and softwares like Adobe Illustrator and Adobe XD, Figma. So design is like a when you learn to use a software and you use your creativity, that is design, nothing much more. Like you don't have to code anything, you don't have to learn various languages, you just have to learn how to use those softwares. Like I think Figma is the easiest software for me. Actually, Figma is the easiest software. You can learn this software in one day only, because there are very few tools, and with those tools you can design anything. So design is only this thing. So the path is like you can start from a graphic designer, then you can learn few skills related to graphic designing, how to design the things, how to illustrate, how to how to wireframe, how to make those mood boards, how to design web designs, web screens, how to design mobile apps. So these are the skills like you can learn from these skills, and then you can become a UI UX designer. So what a UI UX designer means, like you are developing screens, you are making screens, you are designing screens, and you are also focusing on the UX part. So when you reach this level, you are your designer. So after that, when you design a whole product, product means a software, web product, or anything in the app. Like if you are designing a app like a Zomato, if you're designing a Zomato, so UI UX mean you can design anything, those like two, three screens to like showcase. But a product designer actually designs everything starting from this the splash screen to the last of the like the logout screen or anything. So when you design a total product, the total software, you are a product designer. So the path is very simple. You have to start from graphic designer, like what I have experienced. So you can start from a graphic designer, make posters, make the other things, uh, take inspiration from Behance and other softwares like this, such as Dribble also, and like boost your creativity, and then follow the path.
Prashant, we have another question from
Okay,
Nandini
I'm
Q.
saying more questions.
Like, is it compulsory to design in a team? Like, if
So how can I
one is
find
an
a team to
individual
get
participant?
that? Uh, yeah, so like you can actually participate as an individual also, and to join a team, when you register for the design development test, you will be getting an option to either create a team or join a team in the Dayfolio dashboard also only. So you can join a team from there also, or if you have any team, if you have any friends who are like a little bit interested in design, you can ask them to register, because there is no fees, there is no like we're taking no fees for this. This is like a free event, so at least you can try. uh, if you have friends who are developer too, so you can like ask them to help you in this the competition. uh, so at least you can try to make as much as possible. You can try to make individual also. There's no problem in individual participant. But if you have a team, it will be like easy for you to build all the things in 2 to 3 days. The
We
deadline
have
is
one
for
another.
22nd of March, 10 p.m.
Yes. And the next is from Dave.
Okay, what should be submissions format like JPG and PDF? Like you can share the drive link. You can upload all your deliverables, the JPG, PDF, anything you want to your drive, and then you can share that drive link there with us on the folio dashboard.
Okay.
Is it
And
not?
that's
It is
it.
not compulsory to design in team, but it is preferable.
So I hope your queries are done for. Is there any other question you guys want to ask? Just comment down for a minute. We'll be waiting, and then we'll move on. I know you guys don't have the whole
Yeah,
day.
you can ask anything because we are here to help you.
Exactly.
So the final
Pranav
submission
is
timing and the
asking
placement,
another.
right? Uh, yes. So for the deliverables, you have to share your whole case study, which includes as I've said earlier, like the UI UX design documentation, research methodology, wireframes, UI designs, and prototypes. So like you can do these things in a case study. Actually, when you make a case study, this will be the subtopics in that case study. So you have to just submit a case study, and like you can upload these things on. If you have any other images you want to show us, if you have any other like slides you want to show us, you can upload that on your drive and share the link also.
Another question: where to submit?
Where to submit? So if you have registered, or if you're going to register, you have to like you will be registering on their folio only, and the submission you have to do the submission there only. If there's any change, like if there will be any changes, so we will be like communicating with you on that their folio dashboard only, or and we can email you as well. So for now, please focus on your like making and designing those case studies. And on 22nd, we will be if you are getting if there will be any changes in submission, we will let you know. Otherwise, you have to submit in the folio dashboard only.
Okay. Another one there
Uh,
is, to how many screens do we have to make?
uh, Yes, so about the screen, like a case study is always like case study is something that will be like the overall flow of a product. So if you can design, it will be favorable for all of us in evaluation. Also, if you can design as much as you want, because if you can the case study is a story actually. So you have to tell all the stories in that screens also. So if you have a short like the 2 3 screens app, you can share those 2 3 screens only. If you are designing a case study for something which will be having a 10 to 15 screens, then you have to design 10 to 15 screens. So it will be dependent on your project, on your what you are choosing here. So like a best like the scenario for a case study is you like you have what you can do is make it easiest, like the minimal screens. You don't have to like stretch it to 20 25 screens. If you have the capability to make it in 5 to 10 screens, then do it, because this is the best scenario. Yes, you can make it on Behance also. You can upload there. But what we prefer is if you can share that link without Behance at first, and then after on the Behance, when we declare the variance, it will be preferable. No, there will be no need of the developers, only design. And you will be sharing the doc link with you on from the folio dashboard only. You will be getting that slide on your email. So if you have not registered, please register using the folio link, or like the link I'm sharing again. You can
Guys,
register
it's a great
now
opportunity.
also.
Go ahead and register.
Yes. So okay, all the best, everyone, and let's start this designathon also. And do not forget to attend all the sessions in this master classes as well. We have like 2 to 3 sessions every day till 23rd of March. So attend these sessions also, as it will be helpful for you to learn those skills.
Yes, guys, it's a
So
great
all the
opportunity
best.
for you all
Uh,
to showcase your designing schemes and your designing culture. Do register, and I hope you all enjoy all these sessions in the upcoming days. Thank you so much for joining this session today, and I'm hoping you guys will join it tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and even on the 23rd. So don't be late and get the links ready. Keep your reminders on, and we'll meet you again tomorrow. Be there, and we'll welcome you all. Thank you so much for joining today, and thank you so much for being a part of the Design Development Days
Thank you,
2022.
and all the best.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you for this such detailed answers.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.